afternoon everyone, welcome to St George's Hall in Liverpool here. Just a quick one to say that the weigh-in will be here tomorrow at 1 o'clock also, everyone's welcome. And we look forward to Saturday night, live on Sky Sports from 7 o'clock at the Echo Arena. Just to introduce a few people at the table, everyone's going to be saying a few words and obviously all available for you guys to talk to after. On the far left, I'd like to welcome the Mexican welterweight champion Alvaro Robles, taking on Kell Brook on Saturday night. To his right, we've seen him here many times before, fighting the likes of Carl Froch, George Groves, Carl Dilt, Charles Adamu. He's going to be challenging Rocky Fielding on Saturday night for his Commonwealth Super Middleweight title. To his right, my left, I'd like to welcome Bellew from Russia and his team, former interim World Cruiserweight Champion, two-time World Title Challenger. To his right, Liverpool's Tony Bellew. First fight up at Cruiserweight on Saturday night, start of a new journey for him. To his right, one of Liverpool's most popular young fighters, the current Commonwealth Super Middleweight Champion, Rocky Fielding. Kell Brook, current undefeated, longest run of undefeated fights in the UK. Great news yesterday from the IBF that he will challenge the winner of Sean Porter and Paulie Malignaggi before July the 19th. This year, provided he beats Alvaro on Saturday night. And to his right, delighted to welcome Robbie Davies Jr., one of the hot young prospects from Liverpool. Just say a few words about the show. You'll see, unfortunately, Paul Smith was submitted to hospital this week. He won't be on the show on Saturday. There's been a couple of late additions. Ryan Moorhead has been added to the show. Neil Perkins will fight Eric Ocheng in a great fight as well. Adam Ismail has also been added to the card, and John Ryder, our top middleweight fighter, will also be fighting. Tobias Webb also here, and he was due to fight Paul Smith on Saturday night. There's a couple of very, very important fights on Saturday night for members of this table. Obviously starting with Kell Brook. I touched on it, we got the news yesterday from the IBF that Sean Porter has asked for an exemption to fight Paulie Malignaggi. We staged a protest at that exemption and asked that if it was to be made, it would be made on certain grounds, those grounds being that the winner would fight Kell Brook within 90 days. The IBF ruled yesterday that if Porter is going to fight Malignaggi, which Richard Schaefer announced last night he will, then the winner of that fight must fight Kell Brook within 90 days or be stripped of his title, and that deadline is July the 19th. So Kell Brook has a very, very big fight on Saturday night against Alvaro Robles. We've seen him, he's a very talented young fighter, comes to fight, and Kell must do the business on Saturday night to get that world title shot against the winner of Porter, against Malignaggi. Rocky Fielding, really coming up on the blind side. You know, he's making a big name for himself. We saw a fantastic performance against Luke Blackledge on the Froch Groves card. Rocky has been ordered to fight Paul Smith for the British Super Middleweight title. That's a fight, obviously Rocky's got a tough fight against Charles Adamu on Saturday, but I know that's a fight that Rocky's looking at, and it could be a huge fight for Liverpool in the summer. Tony Bellew, obviously never seen Tony so relaxed at a weigh-in. It's great to see him up at what we believe is his natural weight now, cruiserweight. You know, there's so many big fights out there for him. This fight is for the WBO International Cruiserweight title. We've already spoken to Paddy Sowland, looking at Marco Hook and a potential world title challenge with him later this year. Obviously people talking about the Nathan Cleverly fight, that could be a huge domestic fight. He's got a very difficult fight against Valery Brudov, and I admire Tony and the team for taking this fight. They didn't want an easy touch. They wanted to prove themselves in the division, and Valery is a very talented fighter. Just to say a few words, firstly I'd like to welcome Alvaro. Tell us a little bit about your expectations for the fight and what you know of Kell Brook.
First of all, I'd like to thank you guys for inviting me here. And well, me myself, I didn't expect this, but I was maintaining my training, and I got the call like 2 weeks ago. So I took the fight because I would maintain pretty well in my gym. And what I know about Kell is that, well, he's a smart fighter, and he's a popular guy, I guess. I don't know much about him, but I can work, give a good expectation, and knock him out if I have to, if I get the chance. Thank you.
Thanks, Alvaro. And Kell, obviously we got the good news yesterday. You know, no mistakes on Saturday.
No mistakes. I've enjoyed training. I don't know nothing about my opponent. I just know that his nickname's Tyson. And he's Mexican, so he must be able to fight a bit. I'm just looking forward to getting back in there. I'm already in very fit, 75-80% fit. Do the job Saturday night and move on to that world title.
Thank you. And Charles, you've been to these shores many occasions, fought some great British fighters. Your thoughts are ahead of your fight against Rocky Fielding for the Commonwealth title on Saturday night?
Charles. O babia da ni uno da do ma ne ni o mas mo no ka no ni po o na ji aba ya fight.
No ni tamakali. No ni na silo na me hani third time mba fish. Che Rocky Fielding me mba ne mba fi mba no boss. Mba ne mba no boss. Yes,
first of all, I'd like to thank the promoters for giving me the opportunity to box for the Commonwealth Championship, making history to be the first Ghanaian to claim it for 3 times. I have a lot of respect for Rocky Fielding because he's done quite well recently. However, if he wants to win on Saturday, he really has to come good because he's about to realise that for the first time he's going in with someone who he's never met someone that caliber before. So as much as Rocky think he's looking into another fight, he better pay attention because I am not here on a holiday.
Thank you. Although Liverpool is a lovely place to come on holiday for those watching around the world. Rocky, I think we know this is a tough fight. You know, you were originally scheduled to fight, obviously, when you fought Blackledge on the Froch Groves card. That was late notice, and you stepped up, you took the opportunity, and we all saw what you did there. Scheduled to fight Tony Dodson on this bill. Tony pulled out a few weeks ago, and I know that you knew Adama was a tough fight, and you grabbed it straight away.
Yeah, you know, he's boxed with Froch and 12 rounds with Kell Brook, and that was 10 years ago though, so, you know, he's got a bit older now. I'm younger, fresher, ready to get in there Saturday, and, you know, I was really there for a few rounds and, you know, put it on me and that, but I've also got to use my boxing skills and, you know, it'll be down to me when to take him out any time, and I'm prepared to do that, and, you know, I'm prepared for a tough fight. But that's it, just wait till Saturday night and then we see what happens.
Thank you. And Valerie, obviously you're taking on Tony Bellew, his first fight up at cruiserweight. You've mixed with all the elite fighters in the cruiserweight division. What's your expectations ahead of the fight?
I'm just expecting a great fight. I know he's a good fighter, and everything I leave it to God's hand, and I'm going to do my best to make it a good fight, and I'm sure it's going to be a good fight against a very good fighter.
Thank you. And Tony, like I said, I've quite seen you so relaxed at a pre-fight press conference before. First fight up at cruiserweight.
Yeah, I'm happy, and it's nice to not be thinking about weight and weighing yourself 2 or 3 times a day, every day. And I'm just happy to be here, to be honest. It's been a difficult path since the last fight. Everyone's seen it and seen what went down, but I'm a confident person, and, you know, I believe I'll bounce back, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. I'd just like to, I feel for the lads on this bill, because listen, this was one of the best cards I've seen put together in many years, and lads have been really unlucky with injury. I've suffered injuries in the past, and I'm sure every fighter on this table has got nicks, knocks and bumps on them now, or suffering some sort of cold, but it's really tough, it really is, and you need an amazing amount of luck to get through a 10 or 12 week camp, and the lads who have fell by the wayside, I really do feel for them. So, you know, my heart goes out to them, because you've got to remember, in boxing, you don't fight, you don't get paid. But, you know, putting that aside, I'm just looking forward to Saturday. I'm going in with a really good fighter, a guy who's fought for the world title on numerous occasions, has pushed the elite in the division, is a known and proven and tested cruiserweight, and I'm just looking forward to getting him because, you know, there's questions going to be there that need to be answered, and I'm looking to answer them on Saturday. There's no good in me sitting here telling you guys I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I'd rather just say I'll turn up Saturday and you'll see the best of Tony Bellew and hopefully beat the best of Valery Brudov, which should make for a great fight.
Thanks, Tony. Just a reminder, live on Saturday night from 7 o'clock on Sky Sports, and we'll be in here for the weigh-in tomorrow at 1 o'clock. All the media here, feel free to grab everybody for one-on-ones. I think Sky have got some important stuff to rush back, and obviously Sky Sports News here as well. Thanks for your attendance. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the weigh-in, and Saturday night, Echo Arena. Thank you very much.